In today's video, I'm going to share with you where I allocate my income each month. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the typical flow of funds for most people. Generally, when people receive their salary, they deposit it into their checking account, and they rarely or never budget. As a result, they don't track their money, and in most cases, they feel comfortable right after payday but struggle to make ends meet by the end of the week or month. People often have no idea where their money went. This approach can be quite detrimental to our financial situation. To improve this situation, we need to follow 7 simple steps. Let me explain these steps in more detail.
Thank you for watching my video, and welcome to my channel. As a new content creator, your support and subscriptions are essential to me. If you like my video, please consider to subscribe.
Thank you. The first step is to pay off debt. Most people have debts, including credit card debt, car loans, mortgages, student loans, and medical bills, among others. If you have debts, I recommend setting the minimum monthly payments for these debts and making them on time. Missing repayment deadlines can harm your credit score. Having a good credit score can save you money in the long run. For example, if you want to buy a house and need a loan from a bank, having a high credit score can get you a lower interest rate. Typically, mortgage terms range from 15 to 30 years, and having a low interest rate can save you a significant amount of money over the years. So, how can you maintain a good credit score? It's influenced by several factors, with one of the most important being making timely payments. In the United States, being able to make payments on time has a significant impact on your credit score. You can refer to the image here. A credit score above 720 is considered very good, but if it's below 630, it's considered very poor. When it comes to credit card spending, it's essential to note that if you don't have the discipline to control impulsive spending, it's best to avoid using credit cards and stick to cash and debit cards for shopping. Because if your repayment speed and capacity can't keep up with the speed and amounts you use on your credit card, you'll only end up owing more. After setting the minimum payments for debt, we move on to the second step, which is budgeting for essential living expenses. This includes rent or mortgage, food, transportation, health insurance, and other necessities required for survival. The cost of living can vary significantly depending on factors such as the number of people in the household, geographic location, and income. Ideally, these expenses should make up 50% or less of your total income. It's important to note that when shopping, you should opt for ordinary, popular brand products. Pursuing luxury brands and high prices for the same item doesn't align with the concept of necessities. Once you've completed the first 2 steps, the third step is to quickly save a small emergency fund of $1,000 to $1,500 and allocate the remaining money to an additional debt repayment plan. The first step only outlined the minimum debt payments, but this step is about paying off all your debts, excluding your mortgage, as fast as possible. If there's no surplus after following the first and second steps, you may need to find ways to increase your income. Many people choose to take on a second job or pursue side hustles to generate additional income. While this can be challenging, it's not a permanent situation. Set a detailed and achievable debt repayment plan for yourself and diligently follow it. The fourth step is to start building a comprehensive emergency fund after paying off all debts, except for the mortgage. Earlier, we've already set aside a small emergency fund. Now, what we need to do is save an amount equivalent to 3 to 6 months' worth of total expenses. If your income is stable and fixed, it's recommended to save a 3-month emergency fund. For example, if your basic monthly expenses are $1,500, you should aim to save $4,500. However, if your income is unstable, such as receiving commissions or running your own business, it's advisable to save a 6-month emergency fund, which would be a total of $9,000. This money should only be used in genuine emergencies, such as illness or sudden car breakdowns, but not for buying birthday gifts or going out with friends. It's crucial to understand this distinction. Once the emergency fund is used, make it a priority to replenish it promptly. Since emergency fund money isn't meant for daily expenses, consider storing it in a high-yield savings account to earn some interest income. However, you need to ensure that the funds in the account are easily accessible. In general, banks are backed by FDIC insurance, meaning that as long as your deposits don't exceed $250,000, even if the bank encounters issues, the insurance company will fully reimburse you. After completing the first 4 steps, the 5th step is to allocate 15% or more of your income for 2 basic investments. At this point, you should be debt-free, except for your mortgage, and have an emergency fund. Now it's time to start investing. Typically, there are 2 main areas of investment: your children's future education expenses and your retirement accounts. In the United States, student loans are widespread, and while they can provide access to education, they can also burden recent graduates with substantial debt as they enter the workforce. Many people struggle to repay these loans over several decades. Therefore, it's essential to save a dedicated education fund for your children when they are young to cover their college expenses. Regarding retirement account investments, in the U.S., the primary retirement investment account is the 401k plan, along with traditional and Roth IRAs. Many other countries also offer similar retirement investment accounts. Regardless of the specific account, you should allocate a portion of your income into your retirement account. These accounts often come with tax advantages and can help prevent you from unintentionally spending the money you've saved. In the case of a 401k, U.S. employers often match a percentage of your savings. For example, if you earn $80,000 annually, your employer might match 3% of your salary, which is approximately $2,400 in free funds for your retirement account. This is an excellent way to save money and gain additional benefits. It's important to note that withdrawing money from a 401k retirement account prematurely may result in penalties. Therefore, the funds in these accounts are somewhat akin to mandatory savings, which can be beneficial for individuals who struggle with financial planning. The 6th step, if you've followed the first 5 steps, is to concentrate all your remaining funds on paying off your mortgage as quickly as possible. Paying off your mortgage allows you not only to own your home outright but also to free up your disposable income. Moreover, your property is likely to appreciate over the years. Clearing your mortgage early typically takes a few years, and once it's paid off, various aspects of your life can improve. At that point, you can allocate a portion of your income for leisure and entertainment, typically around 10% to 30%. The specific amount depends on your individual circumstances because there's no one-size-fits-all plan. However, the decision to pay off your mortgage early can vary among individuals, with some preferring to pay only the minimum and keep the mortgage for an extended period. Based on my personal experience and circumstances, I believe that paying off the mortgage early is a better choice, but this is solely my personal opinion. Moving on to the final step, investing. When you reach this step, it means you have no form of debt and have accumulated sufficient emergency funds, allowing you to use your remaining money for other investments to make your money work for you. These investments can include real estate, the stock market, bonds, cryptocurrencies, or angel investments, among others. Let's take an example. If a person starts investing $250 per month from the age of 18 into a simple low-cost index fund with an average annual return rate of 7%, they would have $1.1 million by the time they reach the age of 65. This is a method of achieving gains through the power of compounding over a long period. Some may find this investment approach too slow and prefer to explore other higher yield, faster profit investment methods. My personal opinion is that if these faster, higher yield investments come with significant risks and there's no guarantee of achieving returns higher than $1.1 million, or if an individual's risk tolerance is not high, then it might not be worth trying. Generally, lower yield investments come with lower risks, and higher yield investments require a greater willingness to accept potential losses. Regardless of the chosen investment, it's crucial to invest in areas you have a good understanding of. If you can't grasp it, it's best not to get involved or follow the crowd without proper knowledge. In other words, no matter which investment you choose, it should align with your personal circumstances and risk tolerance. You should also continually track its returns and performance, striving to become a proficient investor and learning from your mistakes. Many people may find themselves at various stages among the 7 steps, or they might still be in the initial steps. That's totally fine. The key is to understand and start planning. Once you take action, improving your financial situation will be just a matter of time. This concludes what I wanted to share with you today. If you enjoyed our video, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.